Imagine moving to the perfect neighborhood, beautiful homes, friendly neighbors, and the charm of an old town with secrets hidden beneath its surface. You receive an invitation to a Halloween party, eager to blend in and make friends. But what if that warm welcome masked something far more sinister? What if the neighbors weren't just friendly, they were predators, waiting for you? Welcome to the party, if you dare. Jason and Emma had always dreamed of living in a quiet, picturesque neighborhood. When they found a house on Ravenshade Lane, a beautiful Victorian home at a shockingly low price, they thought it was too good to be true. It was an old neighborhood lined with cobblestone streets, towering oak trees, and houses that seemed frozen in time. It felt like stepping into a Gothic fairy tale. Their first few days in the house were uneventful, save for the occasional creaks in the floorboards and the unsettling sensation that someone was watching them from the shadows. But the locals were friendly enough. Their next-door neighbor, an elegant woman named Sylvia, welcomed them with a warm smile and an invitation. Sylvia said, "We're throwing a neighborhood Halloween party this Friday night. You must come. Everyone will be there." Jason hesitated. There was something about Sylvia's pale complexion and almost hypnotic green eyes that unsettled him, but Emma beamed. Emma said, "We'd love to. It'll be great to meet everyone." The party was set for 8 p.m., and they were told to wear costumes. The night of the party arrived, and a thick fog rolled in as Jason and Emma walked down the street toward Sylvia's house. The house stood at the end of the cul-de-sac, its windows glowing with a warm amber light. Pumpkins lined the porch, their carved faces grinning wickedly. The front door was ajar, revealing a grand hallway beyond. Inside, the air smelled of cinnamon, wine, and something else, a metallic tang Jason couldn't quite place. The other guests, dressed in elaborate Victorian costumes, mingled in the candlelit rooms, their laughter echoing through the halls. Victor said, "Welcome. I'm Victor, Sylvia's brother. We've heard so much about you." Jason shook his hand. It was ice cold. Emma said, "This place is amazing." Victor replied, "We like to preserve the old ways." As the night went on, Jason couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The guests moved with an uncanny grace, their eyes glinting like polished stones in the candlelight. No one seemed to eat or drink, except for the dark red wine that flowed endlessly from crystal decanters. Emma, oblivious to his discomfort, danced with Sylvia in the parlor while Jason wandered into a dimly lit hallway. He paused in front of a large mirror and noticed something strange. The room behind him reflected perfectly, except for the people. The guests didn't appear in the mirror at all. His blood ran cold. He spun around, heart pounding. Victor stood behind him, his smile wider than before. Victor said, "Is something wrong?" Jason replied, "No, I was just looking for the bathroom." Victor said, "Second door on the left." Jason rushed into the bathroom and locked the door. His mind raced. He had read enough horror stories to know what this meant. No reflections, cold skin, the odd behavior. These people weren't just strange, they were vampires. "We need to leave, now! What are you talking about? We just got here, listen to me, they're not human!" Before Emma could respond, Sylvia appeared beside them, her eyes gleaming like a cat's in the dark. "Leaving so soon? The night is just beginning." Jason tried to push past her, but Victor blocked the front door, his sharp teeth glinting in the candlelight. "Stay. The party wouldn't be the same without you." The other guests closed in, their smiles predatory. Jason's heart raced as he searched for an escape. He spotted a door leading to the basement and yanked Emma toward it. They stumbled down the stairs, slamming the door behind them. The basement was dark and cold, with stone walls and a low ceiling. Jason fumbled for a light switch and found an old lantern. The flickering light revealed rows of coffins lining the walls. "Oh my God." Jason moved toward one of the coffins and hesitated before lifting the lid. Inside lay a man in Victorian clothing, his skin pale as death, his eyes closed. "They're real. We have to destroy them." He grabbed a wooden beam from a broken chair and drove it into the vampire's chest. The body convulsed, then crumbled into ash. "They're coming." Jason and Emma barricaded the door with whatever they could find. The vampires pounded on it, their voices like a chorus of nightmares. "You can't hide forever. Come back upstairs. We promise it won't hurt much." Jason looked around, desperate for a plan. His eyes fell on a stack of old wine bottles. He grabbed one, uncorked it, and sniffed. "Holy water. Help me fill these." They filled as many bottles as they could and waited. When the door burst open, Jason hurled the first bottle at Victor, who screamed as the holy water burned his skin. Emma threw another at Sylvia, who hissed and retreated into the shadows. One by one, the vampires fell, reduced to ashes in the dim light of the lantern. When the last vampire was gone, Jason and Emma bolted out of the house, breathless and trembling. The fog had lifted, and the first rays of dawn were breaking over the horizon. They didn't stop running until they reached their car. "We're never coming back here." Agreed. Behind them, the house stood in silence, waiting for the next unsuspecting guests. Some invitations are better left unanswered. Some doors should never be opened. Remember, not all neighbors are what they seem. Happy Halloween.